Broadcasting from Park Avenue West, you're watching WMFD Television, Channel 68.1, Mansfield.
97.3 The Spur is changing the direction of country music.
Somebody gotta beat that jukebox. Somebody gotta drink that beer. Somebody's gotta get all rowdy. Don't get better than.
There's a new cowboy in town. 97.3 The Spur.
It hit every one of her siblings, her good friends, her mentors, all wondered if they missed an opportunity.
Maybe an hour after we got the message that we lost Danny, Danny's sister said to us, we were all crying, and she says, "What do we do? What do we tell people?" And I'm like, "Baby, we got to tell them the truth. This is nothing that can be hidden, because otherwise the suicide will win."
We're not mental health professionals. It's just something that happened to our family. We direct people other places. And most important of all, I think, don't quit. Keep fighting. Keep living. Things will get better.
You're watching WMFD-TV in Mansfield. Good evening, I'm Jay Fox. And tonight it is my privilege to introduce to you a brand new television show that we are debuting right here on WMFD. The show is called Sparking the Conversation, and it's a little bit unusual. It's the first of its kind. Joining us today will be your hosts for all of the subsequent Sparking the Conversation shows, Jeff and Donna Heck, who are the board presidents, the board co-presidents of a nonprofit called 33 Forever. 33 Forever is a nonprofit that honors the life of your late daughter, Danielle Leedy, who at the tender age of 33, she lost her battle with anxiety and depression. And that had to be, I can't even begin as the father of two girls to even imagine how difficult it is to lose a child. So first of all, please accept our condolences on your loss.
Thank you.
I know it's been a little over 2 years now, and it never gets easier.
Never.
But why the need to tell the stories? For some people, it's intensely personal. You have taken it upon yourselves to tell the story. How did this happen?
I don't believe we would have gone this far with a nonprofit had it not been for Danny's dream. She had always wanted to help primarily women with mental health challenges, help empower them with strength if they were struggling with depression or anxiety, like she did as a young girl. And we lost her in February. In December, right before Christmas, Jeff and Danny were planning a business for her so she could do pretty much what we ended up taking over for her, which is sharing mental health, education, resources, and advocate for those who are struggling.
And Danny and I had talked a number of times about what her long-term vision for her life was. And as Donna says, it was really to help other people, and that was her whole professional life. Even though she's only 33, she'd had a lot of success in business, and so she saw herself as a mentor to other people and to share her experiences, her problems, her issues in her life that she was overcoming, that she was constantly overcoming, and help make other people's lives better. And so, as Donna said, at Christmas time, right before she passed away in February, we were talking about how to turn this into a business for her that she could do what she loved to do, but also help other people.
Now, you both were aware that she was struggling, and you had been through many cycles with her in the course of her lifetime. What made this final cycle different?
You say cycle, and it's a funny word to use because she had struggled with depression from the time she was 15. We saw it in anger with her. We thought it was a typical 15-year-old ticked off at the world, and we brushed it off like, get over yourself, girl. What is going, I don't know what's going on, but straighten up, snap out of it. And then she had attempted to take her life several times, but the first time at 15, and we realized this is a problem, and we needed to deal with it. Never had we dealt with attempts to suicide in any of our lives with our family members, distant family members. So we knew it was serious, and we needed to get to grips with it, and she did a therapy and medication all the way through till she was the day before she took her life. She had told us she was seeing her psychiatrist that next day, and on the outside it looked like there was no cycle. She looked like she was just fine.
But you're right, there were some cycles early on, and Danny at 15, as Donna says, attempted. And again, we got her treatment, we got her care, we thought we were dealing with that. Then she went to college and she had another attempt that we didn't even know about until after we lost her. We found out about it later. And then she had another attempt at 22, which was very, very serious and very scary at that point. We almost lost her then. And then we got her some intensive treatment. And so we battled this for a while. But after her intensive treatment, really a lot of treatment at 22 and into her early 20s, she was figuring it out. It seemed like she was coming to grips with what she needed to do. She knew she needed medication. She knew she needed from time to time she needed talk therapy, and she needed the help that she needed. So she was very aware of her own mental health. And then, Jay, really honestly, a decade passed, and we thought, we always worried about it, I think, but we thought things were stable, and we never saw it coming. But honestly, it really did catch us by surprise. Not really so much of a cycle at 33 when she finally took her life.
When we come back, we're going to talk more with Jeff and Donna Heck, and we're going to explore what Sparking the Conversation will be about, what you can expect as a viewer, and dive in a little bit more on Danny's story. I'm Jay Fox. You're watching Sparking the Conversation on WMFD-TV.
Special announcement from the Friendly House. Hidden Hollow Residence Camp will be open for 4 weeks this summer, starting July 11th. Campers must be 8 to 15 years of age and must be a permanent Ohio resident. Tuition is $450 per week. Hidden Hollow will be operating under a strict mitigation and operation plan. Families should read the camp plan thoroughly before registering their children. Hidden Hollow is located in the beautiful Possum Run Valley. Call the Friendly House for details. Make it a summer to remember. Let's take a drive to Butler and visit the best small-town restaurant around, Ducky's Pub and Grill. The original Ducky Burger, a delicious smash burger. You can get it served on Texas toast, the pub's Reuben, tangy kraut, and savory corned beef on grilled marble rye. Try their center-cut sirloin, cooked to order and served with baked potato. Check out their pizza, a house-made spicy garlic red sauce, perfect with a frosty draft. Ducky's Pub and Grill, 9 Cleveland Street in Butler.
Introducing the Cool Turtle, the ultra-comfortable mask enhancer that creates a protective, cool, and breathable space between your mask and your face. Simply slide under any mask or gaiter and immediately feel the refreshing pocket of air surrounding your face. Cool Turtle's ergonomically designed, soft, comfortable shell immediately reduces mask friction, allowing you to breathe and talk in a comfortable environment.
I can actually breathe. With the Cool Turtle, no more sweating.
It's like I don't even have a mask on.
Call now and get not 1, not 2, but 3 Cool Turtles for just $10. Order now and we'll send you 2 more Cool Turtles free. No fees, absolutely free. Plus, you can get a 10-pack of 4-ply face masks. Just pay a separate fee. This offer is not available on Amazon. Get the real Cool Turtle now.
Call 1-800-374-3671. That's 1-800-374-3671. Or visit getcoolturtle.com. Order now.
And we're back with more of Sparking the Conversation on WMFD-TV. I'm Jay Fox, and we want to caution the viewers at home that we're talking about the subject of suicide. It's a delicate issue. It's hard for some people to hear about. And for those that are suffering in mind, body, or spirit, we ask that you take care of yourself. And if you are in an emergency in Richland County, use the 211 system or 911 if you have an actual emergency. Back with Jeff and Donna Heck, and the last thing we talked about is 2 months before she passed away, she seemed like she had it all together and everything was ready to go. How does an individual know when to ask, are you okay?
You know, that night may have been a night for me to ask. With all we've studied and learned since we've lost Danielle and read what professionals have said, she was off and she was not answering my phone. She was texting me, and I even said, are you okay? And she said, I've got this, and this going on. I am stressed, but I'll be okay. And I said, well, you know, you can do all things. You're good. But when I finished it, it just didn't seem right. But again, I didn't think the worst. At times like that, when you do feel something, professionals say, you should say, you know, Danny, you're just not yourself. Are you thinking about taking your life? Are things that bad that you see no hope? Right. And it doesn't make them think of it. It makes them realize you care, and it may help open the conversation for us to have gotten her some help, and could have had a different outcome. And I'm not blaming or what-ifing, but it's just something people really should consider and never be afraid to ask.
Well, and this was a case where we were actually going beyond suicidal ideation, and we actually had a plan of some sort, whether it was a long-term plan or it was a spur-of-the-moment plan. It was an unavoidable outcome in the moment.
And as I always say, you know, Danny had things going on in her life. I mean, the day before she died, she had signed a new lease on a new apartment. She was planning on moving. Her boyfriend, who she was seeing at the time, was coming into town the next night. The following day, she had an appointment with her doctor. She talked about her psychiatrist. So she had some things going on. And I think, I'm convinced, based on everything that we know, and won't get into the details, but you know, she got herself in a very, very dark moment, and she couldn't get out of it, and she couldn't get past that moment, and the moment got her. And we see that happens, and so that's why I think it is important, as the cycling up, if you will, of the dark moment comes, if you see that happening with someone that you care about, a friend, a family member, it's a great plan to ask. The worst thing they do is tell you, what are you talking about, and move on. Right. But the best thing they do is they open up and they say, you know, yeah, I've been thinking about that. And then you can help them get the next step of what they may need.
Did the aftermath make you both feel helpless?
The aftermath was probably something you can't even put into words. It was surreal. When people say, like you did, I can't imagine losing a child. Right. That's what I say. I can't either.
You still say that.
And I lost her. Yeah. And so yes, the emotions. You know, could we have helped? Could we have stopped it? Everyone, that ripple effect. It hit every one of her siblings, her good friends, her mentors. All wondered if they missed an opportunity.
When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about that, and also talk about some of the statistics for Richland County and the intent of this show, why it came about, and what we hope it will do to make a difference in the community as we spark the conversation right here on WMFD-TV.
Struggling with the battle of the bulge? Going to the gym is time-consuming and costs a fortune. Introducing Slim Cycle, the 2-in-1 fitness breakthrough that gives you twice the results in half the time. Just take a seat and start pedaling your way to a slimmer you right in your own home. One machine that combines a full cardio blast workout with arm resistance to sculpt lean muscle mass as you pedal your way thin.
People love working out on this bike. It adds the cardio with the strength training. And when you put that combination together, that's when we get the most increased benefit from workout.
Only Slim Cycle transforms from the upright to recumbent position. With 2.5 inches of superior cushion and memory foam backrest, it'll be the most comfortable ride of your life, guaranteed. The seat adjusts to fit anyone from 4'11" to 6'4" and holds up to 300 pounds. There's 8 levels of magnetic resistance and a super smooth pedaling system to sculpt your body in as little as 10 minutes a day.
Even just 10 minutes on the Slim Cycle, I feel good. I feel like I've accomplished something.
And Slim Cycle Cycle is completely silent. With large digital display and built-in heart rate monitor, it tracks all your information right at your fingertips. Plus, it even folds in half and is on wheels for easy storage. Traditional bikes are uncomfortable and cost a fortune. Now, Slim Cycle can be yours for the factory direct price of only 6 payments of $39.99. But wait, order in the next 15 minutes and we'll take one entire payment off. We'll also include 10 free, fun, downloadable videos featuring live fitness classes. Plus the adjustable Slim Away belt, free. Wrap it around your waist for a slimmer look. Or to maximize your workout, we'll even ship it to you absolutely free. Slim Cycle also comes with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can get the entire Slim Cycle program, 10 downloadable workouts, Slim Away belt, plus free shipping for the incredible price of just 5 payments of $39.99. So order now.
Call 1-800-683-5083. That's 1-800-683-5083 or visit buyslimcycle.com. So call 1-800-683-5083.
Back with more of Sparking the Conversation on WMFD-TV. I'm Jay Fox, joined by Jeff and Donna Heck. And let's pick up where we left off. We were in the aftermath. We had a feeling of helplessness, but that feeling of helplessness turned into a feeling of empowerment and a calling to tell the story so that other people could benefit from the wisdom of your experience. How did that evolve?
You know, it's a cliche when you say we did this because we don't want anyone else to experience what we felt. And that is the bottom line from every one of our kids, to our friends, to Jeff and I. We just don't want it to. And as sad as the story is, and I know it breaks our hearts and so many people's hearts, we want to give hope because there are ways to prevent people from going to the end of hopelessness. So that's what we thought. If we could, you know, we started 33 with the hope of touching people and giving them resources. When we talked with you about sparking the conversation, it's with hope that we can help people.
Why do you think this is such a difficult conversation to have?
I think the stigma is a big thing still. And, you know, it's better. The one thing that the pandemic has done to all of us is I think it's made the world, the United States especially, it's a little bit behind the times in dealing with mental health issues sometimes, way more open and willing to hear about mental health challenges because of the mental health challenges that the people who've never had mental health challenges have had in the last year. But I think, you know, there's the stigma, there's the embarrassment. It's the idea that something is wrong with you that's not just a medical condition. A mental health condition is somehow a failing on the person's part who has that mental health challenge. And the family members are embarrassed about it. Maybe the individuals are embarrassed about it. They don't want to talk to their friends about it. They don't want to share it. It's that stigma. It's that feeling like you're sort of alone when we know that so many people struggle and so many families have these issues. Not just suicidal issues, but mental health issues, challenges like Danny had from the time she was 15.
So we want to impress upon you, the viewer, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to have that conversation and reach out to your loved ones or your friends or your coworkers and say, I'm not okay.
You know, Jay, you saying that reminds us it is a brain, it's a sickness of the brain. Jeff called it a brain attack to our grandchildren, and nothing short of a heart attack, a stroke, something that you can't control because perhaps a chemical isn't right in your brain.
Sure.
And it's not a fault. It's just a fact, and you need to take care of it like you would diabetes. You know.
So we're going to do a show. And the show's called Sparking the Conversation.
Good idea.
What are we going to talk about? How do we make the show uplifting?
So I think the way we do it is we show people several things. We show them other people's stories, because the one thing that we've seen from our experience, sharing our story, is how empowering it has been to people to be able to then share their story, knowing it's a safe way to do it, that there's, you know, as soon as you tell your story, we tell our story about 33 Forever, we tell our story about Danielle, and people we would never have any idea about. They can't wait to tell us something that's happened to them because they feel like it's a place where they're welcome to do it and they're not going to get judged.
It's a safe space.
It's
Absolutely,
absolutely a
yes.
safe space. The other thing, so we want to have people with their stories. We want to have survivors. We want to have survivors of attempts. We want to have people with mental health challenges who are willing to share their stories here. Sometimes that's hard to do, and we get that. But there are people who are willing to talk. We want to have mental health professionals, and we want to have resources in our local community here in Richland County, where it's so important that people know what's out there. And then we also want to have resources in the region, in the state, all over the country, because this is a snowball that's picking up steam, finally getting shoved off the cliff, if you will. And we think we want to be a big part of it.
You know, on a state level, Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers has brought it to the forefront of our attention. On a national level, Oprah Winfrey did an interview with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and we learned that she suffers from similar conditions.
You know, it's all over the place. We have Ryan Day at Ohio State who lost his dad to suicide quite a number of years ago and didn't talk about it for years and years, and then felt the ability to open up and tell the story, and it was so important to him. And he's created a movement in the central Ohio area, all over Ohio, based on that.
And also hearing from the folks like the two of you who've experienced the aftermath. When we come back, we're going to learn a little bit more about Jeff and Donna personally, and wrap up this very first episode of Sparking the Conversation on WMFD-TV.
We're all in this together, and now more than ever, it's critical that we all support our local businesses. Please shop local first. Shopping local affects our everyday life, from emergency services to the quality of our schools. Supporting local businesses is a wise investment that promotes growth, pride, a sense of community, and frankly, is just more convenient.
Local first, all across the area, shop here first.
We all know that movement is like medicine, but getting the movement you need to feel better can be a challenge. Now you can keep fit while you sit with QB, the world's leading compact seated elliptical. QB gives you active sitting, letting you burn calories and keep moving in an easy and low-impact way, all while you work, read, or watch TV. QB was named a top 10 gift by Time Magazine and has been featured all over the world. It's whisper quiet while it works your abs and core, hip flexors, glutes, quads, hamstrings, and calves.
QB is a lifesaver for me.
Here's your answer to your problem.
I feel young again.
Join the hundreds of thousands of people moving more with QB. Call to find out how to get your QB with free shipping and a 30-day completely risk-free trial. You'll also get this QB workout mat free. Now keep fit while you sit with QB.
To order, call 800-289-5820. That's 800-289-5820. Call now.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
It's me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Back with Sparking the Conversation on WMFD-TV, I'm Jay Fox. So we talked a little bit about statistics, and I just want to read you this release that came from the Richland County Mental Health Board. In the publicly funded system for the state fiscal year 2020, 3,599 adults were seen for treatment of a mental or an emotional disorder. 2,533 children were seen for the same thing. 3,431 adults were seen for treatment of substance abuse. 275 children. Total served in Richland County, 7,980 people. Suicides, 23 in 2018, 9 in 2019, 16 in 2020, so far this year 2 in 2021. Overdose and overdose deaths, 357 and 44 deaths in 18, 389 and 37 in 19, 433 and 56 in 20, so far this year 90 and 11 deaths. This is a problem that is not going away, which is why we are sparking the conversation. Absolutely. Jeff and Donna Heck are back with us, and husband and wife, you're gonna do the show and go home and still like one another.
I'm sure we will. As long as I know what I'm supposed to say. Then
know
we'll
your
be
place.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And don't talk too much. She told me that before we got here because I'm a lawyer and I tend to do that. So.
Well, she said she wanted your person to be within arm's length so that she could grab you in case you needed to rein you in.
Give me a little elbow. So.
Absolutely. What does the family think of all of this? Is everybody supportive?
They are. They're very excited. They're supportive. They all have opinions. When you have this many people, there are a lot of opinions. Some will listen to, and some will agree with, and just do what needs to be done, just to to have fun, and still give information to people.
I mean, we really want to give information, and we really want to give some hope. Because there is hope out there. There's care. There's treatment. The most important thing, you gave all those statistics, Jay, but there are a lot of people who never go get care. They don't get treatment. They don't self-identify. They don't do the things they need to do to take care of themselves. Those are people we hope we also hit, and that we hope we get to inspire, hopefully, to go out there and take care of somebody or take care of themselves.
And the show is just a small part of what 33 Forever does.
Yes.
What else are you doing?
This month, we've got it coming up in May. We've got a very exciting month. It's Mental Health Awareness Month.
It is indeed.
Danny was born on May 1st. So we are going to have a birthday walk in the park May 22nd. More details about that to come, but
Downtown
it's going to be, downtown Mansfield. We want everybody to come, the families, the kids.
Can I nudge my May 10th birthday into that celebration?
We can, yeah, see?
Perfect.
And,
I just want a balloon.
Well, come to the carousel. You're going to have a balloon and a carousel ride. We'll paint your face, whatever you want.
Well,
so
we also have scholarships we're awarding. The final date for getting into scholarship applications was the 15th of April, and
how many, like 70?
We got over 70 applications this year. We're giving away 4 scholarships, 3 here in Richland County and 1 in Pickaway County, where one of our daughters lives.
And the scholarships are for what?
They're for college, they're for post-high school education, 2 or 4-year degree granting institution, $1,333 each.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And we're doing a lot of other stuff too, Jay, that I'm sure we'll be covering as we get along this show, and people should tune in and watch and learn more about 33 Forever for sure, but also all the resources that are out there in the community.
And you say that, the community has been so incredibly, they have supportive of us.
From day one.
Yep, not just financially, which that is, I could never even express how grateful we are for that, but the support, the love, the being there for us, the whatever we can do.
Now, you have an interesting website. How did you get a .life extension? 33forever.life.
So I will tell you, it was almost happenstance, but it worked out really well. So I looked at 33forever.com in the first week after we lost Danny to try to get a web domain. And .com wasn't available, and the guy wanted $6,000 for us to buy the domain name, and we had zero money at that point. And so I looked on a certain domain site where you can find domain names, and there was .life, and I said, holy cow, that's perfect. So we're 33forever.life.
So you've been watching the inaugural edition of Sparking the Conversation. Our guests have been Jeff and Donna Heck, who next time will actually be your hosts, and I move into a correspondent role.
We can't wait.
Sparking the Conversation is a weekly TV show that'll air Mondays at 7:30 right here on WMFD-TV, debuting on April 26th. I'm Jay Fox. You've been watching the initial and inaugural edition of Sparking the Conversation, and this is WMFD-TV in Mansfield. Good evening.